back to Jane's Stories of Life. I know I've probably shared from time to time. I was an elementary teacher for 36 years. I retired 20 years ago. It'll be 20 years this May that I retired. And yet, believe it or not, I still dream about school, probably at least 3 or 4 times a week. There's always some dream. I'm in a classroom or at recess. Something is happening. I'm always in a school setting. And I woke up today thinking, I think about various things. One of the activities that I used to do with children at the beginning of the year was something I always enjoyed immensely, and that was an activity that helped us to get to know one another. There's a poem by Shel Silverstein entitled "What's in a Sack?" And if I can, I will attach the PDF words to that poem. But the poem is about basically somebody who had a sack, and people kept asking him, "What's in the sack? What's in the sack?" And the poem goes through some rhyming things. Is it something to the moon and the balloon? And it's just a short poem. But the activity that we did at the beginning of each year, each child had a day during that first week that they were to bring a sack, a bag of any kind that contained 5 things, up to 5 things that were the most meaningful to them. And then they would, we would recite the poem, and then the class would say, "What's in the sack? What's in the sack?" And the child would then describe, first of all, the choice of what kind of sack, what kind of bag, what kind of container their items had. And then they would show us each show the 5 things that they brought. And it was always such a fun activity. And because children were sharing their most meaningful possessions, they were excited to share. I will never forget, there was one student one year a little boy, and that was I think that was in that was one of my years of teaching first grade. One of the items that he brought as one of his favorite things was a simple 5x7 certificate that he received in kindergarten. As teachers, we would buy a pack of, these colorful award certificates, and they might say, good job today, and you would fill in the child's name and the date, and you did a good job of tying your shoes, or you did a good job of helping a neighbor. You filled those things in. And the day and I wish I can't remember his name, but he pulled that little certificate out with such pride and joy that it said to me, no matter how small the recognition, we as individuals, and children especially, love to be recognized for something. And he was a child that was a school where children did not have, it was a low-income situation, and so children had various levels of possessions, but it touched me so much that that was one of his prized possessions. And it said to me, be sure that you give children small, whatever it is, it means a lot to them. And I was really touched. As I say, I'll never forget the look on his face when he brought that out and told us about receiving that certificate. So that's more than I really intended to say on this, but think about what you would put if you had that assignment. I started to pull some things together to show you what would be in my sack. I didn't do that, but I can describe a couple of things I know would be in my sack. And one of them, my sack would no doubt be one of the many bags that I have that says Delta Sigma Theta, because you know I'm a proud Delta. I've been a Delta now, this will be year 65. And so I have a number of red bags, red bags, white bags, black bags, you know, that have something to do with Delta. So my bag would be a Delta bag. I love scrapbooking, you know that. And so I'm sure that in my bag, there would be a scrapbook, because I cherish memories, I cherish pictures, I take pictures, I love creating memories. So a scrapbook would be in my bag. The locket that I wear that Morgan gave me one year for Valentine's Day, it has our picture in it, each of our pictures. And I know this would be part of my stack as well. So that's 3 things. I probably would have either a bear, because I used to collect Boyd's bears, or I might have an elephant, because I collect elephants. I haven't thought of what the other, I don't know. I'd have to give that some real thought too. But anyway, if you were asked to fill a sack, what would be your sack? And what would be your 5 most cherished items? So just something to think about today, but kind of a fun thing, you know? We have so many things, and many of us deal with clutter. I certainly have clutter. I have more things than I ever need, use, or should keep. But anyway, there's certain things that just have a special place, a special memory, a special connection to someone. And so those are the things that would be in my sack. Think about your stack. What would it be? What would be in it? Share that sometimes. That might be a fun activity sometimes with the family when you're getting together with somebody. Say, hey, bring 5 things that are important to you. Some of your cherished possessions. Bring a couple and let's just share. It's interesting to see what means the most to someone else. So that's it. Cherish your memories and pass them on.